Higher mind emergence was another theme. So in June, an emergence of the higher mind. And the higher mind always relates to clarity and visionary ideas. So clarity about things that you've felt stuck about for a while, or suddenly you have this revelation about a relationship you're in and you thought you didn't like them or something, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, actually this is just because I've got this wound from my past, and actually they're great. I was just locked in some karma with this person, and the whole relationship transforms. So clarity can go all the ways. It's just you seeing very clearly and coming to a very present awareness, things in your life that you either do resonate with or don't, and then taking action based on that clarity. Visionary ideas also come in when we have higher mind energies. And so this higher mind emergence that's going to get strong in June and through the summer, it's going to mean that some of you who've been looking for a new idea or a new vision or something else that you want to feel connected to has all of the support to come in. So if you're feeling stuck, I would recommend journaling every day. Just journal your morning thoughts, your morning feelings, or your evening, if your evening is better for you. Just get into the flow of activating some forward direction for yourself. And because of the higher mind energies coming in now, you'll be surprised how well it will be supported. Now, this next theme relates directly to higher mind emergence, and it's a little contradictory, but energy spikes and whether to act on them. So energy spikes can be anything from having a huge awakening moment or a kundalini moment where suddenly you're highly energized, or you feel highly psychic, or suddenly you don't quite feel like reality is what you thought it was, and it's very evident in your body and in the way that you feel and sense the world. It's not just about your thoughts or your beliefs. It's a very activated shift in your energy field. And whenever we're going through these energy spikes, they usually are elevating us. So we'll have a very alive week. People who take plant medicine, ayahuasca, or have had transcendental experiences using some kind of substance, it's like that, but it's happening without the substance, basically. So more and more people are having these activated, intuitive awakening experiences, these awakening moments. And these energy spikes are on the rise collectively. And the one piece of advice I want to give you, and I know this from personal experience and from being around many, many people who have had this experience over the last few years, it really pays to wait out the energy spike before you rearrange your life, if you can. Usually when these happen, we can go into a very soul space, and we can go into a higher mind. So this is why it relates to the higher mind emergence. We suddenly feel like we see the universe and everything in our visionary map. But what then happens is, whether it's an hour or a few days or a few weeks later, we come back down into the body, and then we have a chance to slowly but surely rearrange. Because it's very rare that anyone, it happens, but it's rare that anyone has an enlightenment experience that overnight their whole life changes and their whole awareness shifts. Most of us will have it in stages, and we'll have it in moments. But in that moment of amplification, you can feel superhuman and invincible and like you know everything, or suddenly everything is clear. So you have to be a little bit careful about how much you blow up your life in those moments. It doesn't mean your intuition might not be right. In that moment, you might have clarity about what you're supposed to do. But while you're in that space, you taking the axe to your life is not necessarily going to be the way to do it that will be smooth, clean, and easier for you to ground your vision. It can often create shockwaves for you and others involved. And by all means, I certainly have done that a couple of times in my life many years ago, and there are times when we just do that. So don't beat yourself up if you're like, uh-oh, that's what I've just done. You did it. So trust your choice, but learn how to use those energy spikes. Learn to recognize, oh, I'm really in that phase again. I'll make some notes. If I don't want to forget what I'm thinking, I'll make some notes, I'll leave. And then when I come down and when it all settles down, I will be able to gently move the pieces. Our soul can move very fast. Our human body is a little slower, and thus so are all our human relationships. So sometimes it takes more patience than we would like when we're in that visionary energy spike, invincible mode to come back. But that's the beauty of being a human soul. That's the dance. That's the chop wood, carry water part of us as human beings. And there's something beautiful to tending to your inner garden and the garden of your life gently, slowly, and steadily. So bear that in mind. These energy spikes are coming online for more and more people. The question is when and whether to act on them.